passing, he's going so fast.
I would suspect at 145 or 150, he's pretty much at the top end.
Have you ever watched bikers speeding through traffic, changing lanes without care, and disregarding traffic signals as if they own the road? It's really annoying, isn't it? These entitled bikers act like they are above the rules, moving without any concern for safety or regulations. But what happens when they are finally caught? Let us take a look at 3 such cases one by one.
All the way down to the ground! Stay on the ground! All the way down! Flip over! Flip over! Give your hands behind your back!
Starting up, let's dive into the case of Matthew Price, a guy who was out riding his bike in Lakeland, Florida on April 11th, 2023. Everything seemed normal until a police officer noticed something odd about Matthew's motorcycle. It didn't have a license plate. So, naturally, the officer tried to pull Matthew over to find out what was going on. Instead of stopping like he should have, Matthew decided to make a run for it. He hit the gas and started zooming through the streets, trying to shake off the police car behind him. It was like a scene from a movie, with Matthew darting in and out of traffic, trying to escape. But then, things took a turn for the worse. Matthew's luck ran out, and he ended up crashing his bike. Despite the crash, he didn't give up. He kept on trying to get away, but the police were too quick for him. They caught him and put him in handcuffs.
Yes! Kilo 5420, Marine. Give me your other hand! 17th Street, Highway 200.
When the police asked Matthew why he ran, his explanation was surprising. He said he took off his license plate because he didn't want to pay tolls. Can you believe that?
All the way up.
Sorry about that, man.
Why are you fleeing, dude?
I didn't have my plate on and I freaked out. Sorry.
Dude, you hit me head on with that bike.
1098
It might seem like a small thing, but running from the police is never the right thing to do.
I just need a unit. I got nobody to take care of this guy.
I'm nothing on me.
Why are you fleeing?
I had my no plate on. I don't know.
You see me trying to pull you over.
Yeah,
you heard my siren, right?
Now, Matthew is facing some serious trouble. He's looking at charges for running from the police, and that's not something you want on your record. If convicted, he could spend 5 years behind bars, face a lengthy driver's license suspension, and face other legal penalties. This whole situation is a big reminder that breaking the law can have some very serious consequences. If you thought that story was wild, wait until you hear this story about the next one involving an armed meth trafficker on a Hayabusa motorcycle. But before we move on ahead, if you enjoy true crime stories, remember to hit like and subscribe to our channel for more such stories. On June 11th, 2021, a deputy from the Lone Disc County Sheriff's Office, LCSO, spotted Uriah Wade Hall riding his silver Suzuki Hayabusa motorcycle on Shiloh Road in Hahira, Georgia. Uriah was going way too fast, more than 20 miles per hour above the speed limit. When the deputy tried to pull him over, he didn't stop. Instead, he sped up even more, then slowed down near the interstate ramp. But that wasn't the end of it. Uriah didn't plan on stopping. He made a gesture with his fingers, indicating that he was going to keep on fleeing. And that's exactly what he did. He zoomed onto the southbound ramp of I-75, going as fast as 145 miles per hour for more than 20 miles. the chase, 2 Georgia State Patrol's GSP units joined in to try to stop him. They even tried to block the road ahead of him, but Uriah was too quick. He managed to dodge the first attempt, but the second one worked. However, even then, he couldn't keep control of his bike. He ended up crashing and coming to a stop on the road. When the deputies checked Uriah and his motorcycle, they found some very serious stuff. He had a loaded 9mm pistol with him, which is illegal because he's been convicted of felonies before. But that's not all. He also had a huge amount of methamphetamine, some heroin, digital scales with white powder on them, and a lot of cash.
Dick, come! All you had to do was stop!
What'd you run for, numbnuts? What'd you run for, nuts? Ain't no...
It turns out, Uriah had been in trouble with the law before things like burglary and stealing drugs. With all this evidence against him, Uriah was even in bigger trouble this time. Being a felon, having a gun is a serious crime. Now, he is facing some hefty charges for his actions. Sometimes, these bikers cross all limits, like in this case of a high-speed motorcycle on SoCal freeways. Here's what went down.
Know what kind of cars he's passing, he's going so fast.
I would suspect at 145 or 150.
The rider not only endangered his own life, but also put countless others at risk with his reckless behavior. As police attempted to pull him over, he refused to stop and instead accelerated to dangerous speeds, weaving in and out of traffic with alarming precision. Even at speeds exceeding 140 miles per hour, he showed no regard for the safety of himself or others.
We're coming up on Dodger Stadium now, so a pursuit that started out in the Calabasas area, eastbound 101, has now made its way all the way almost to downtown LA.
As the chase unfolded, helicopters tracked his every move, revealing the intense adrenaline-fueled pursuit. Despite efforts to halt him, including setting up rolling roadblocks, he continued to avoid capture, displaying incredible maneuverability on his bike.
When he got on the freeway, on the 405, he was going about 80-90 miles an hour when we first got eyes on him.
The chase spanned miles, from the suburbs to downtown LA and back onto the freeways. Even when he briefly escaped onto surface streets, he didn't let up, reaching speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. But the attempt to lose the police didn't last long, as he quickly re-entered the freeway and resumed his high-speed escapade.
Really doesn't have anything to lose at this point. I mean, just staying with the throttle on at high speed and just making sure that he's able to navigate the cars ahead of him. But really, this area, or this stretch of the 5 freeway between...
In a dramatic climax, he eventually lost control of his bike, crashing to the ground. But the danger didn't end there. Upon closer inspection, authorities discovered he was armed with a loaded pistol and carrying illegal substances.
I believe that Santa Fe Springs unit that just took over in trail of the pursuit, but you see the distance there, it's probably pretty hard to read that plate.
And imagine what that's like for those officers in trail as well. They usually don't drive this fast.
His stupid behavior not only put numerous lives in danger, but also resulted in serious criminal charges for the biker. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of reckless driving and the importance of obeying traffic laws for everyone's safety on the road. If you enjoyed these stories, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.